Former President Jimmy Carter, a man who redefined what a post-presidency could be, died Sunday. He was 100 years old. His son, Chip Carter, confirmed that the former president died at his Plains home around 3:45 p.m. Carter, who lived longer than any other U.S. president, entered a home hospice facility in Plains, Georgia, in February 2023, after a series of brief hospital stays. Carter, the only Georgian elected to the White House, left office after a single term that was notable for forging peace between Israel and Egypt but was overshadowed by the Iran hostage crisis. In the decades since, his reputation grew through the work he and his wife Rosalind Carter did at the Carter Center in Atlanta and their philanthropic causes, such as Habitat for Humanity. People will celebrate Jimmy Carter for hundreds of years. His reputation will only grow, wrote Rice University history professor Douglas Brinkley in his book, The Unfinished Presidency of Jimmy Carter. James Earl Carter Jr. was born in Plains on October 1, 1924, the first of 4 children of Earl Carter, a farmer and businessman, and Lillian Gordy Carter, a registered nurse. He landed a position at the United States Naval Academy, graduated, and joined the Navy's Submarine Division, where in 7 years, he worked his way up to the Rickover Boys, the Navy's nascent elite unit, America's nuclear submarine fleet led by the iconic Admiral Hyman Rickover. Carter was on the rise until a death at home changed his destiny. His father, a farmer, businessman and key figure in the Plains community, died of cancer. Carter left the Navy in his off-plains postings such as Hawaii, and he, Rosalind, and their growing family returned to Georgia in 1953 to take over the family farming business. It was there that he first ran for school board, and then for state senator. He was elected governor in 1970. Carter served a successful term before launching an unlikely bid to become president, winning the Democratic nomination and then defeating Republican President Gerald Ford in November 1976. On the day of his inauguration, instead of driving past the crowds in an armored limousine, Jimmy and Rosalind got out of the car with their daughter Amy at their side and walked down Pennsylvania Avenue, holding hands and waving. Carter's successes included promoting human rights, expanding the national parks and reserve system, restoring government credibility after the Watergate crisis, and the Camp David Accords, which forged a peace agreement between Egypt and Israel. Internal and external problems eclipsed Trump's. At home, Carter and his advisors, most of them outside Washington, encountered resistance in their own party. In November 1979, Iranian militants stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and took hostages. He attempted to negotiate and then launched a daring rescue mission that never reached its target due to helicopter failure. He was unable to resolve the situation until the last day of his administration. At home, a failing economy compounded by oil embargoes from Middle Eastern countries, and the rise of the Republican Party, into the leadership of Ronald Reagan helped lead to its defeat in November 1980.